Often imitated, never duplicated, the greatest show under the world of outlaws.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Wednesday night here, OSR Network. Extreme Motorsports 99.com Xfinity Series here on a warm day in Atlanta Motor Speedway. Ready for race number 9. That's right, race number 9. Just one race left after tonight. Definitely, one race left after tonight. All right, so here we are, race number 9. We are at Atlanta Motor Speedway, so getting ready to kick things off here. Just one race left after to get locked into the chase. Taking a look here at the chase implications as of right now. Eric Tesk is in, 4 wins this season. Jason Wells is in with 1 win. Mike Rominger, 1 win. Tommy Haynes is in, 1 win. Right now, 5th in points. These guys, if it was to end tonight, these guys would be in the chase. You got Bryce Whitson Jr., John T. Wimbish, Hunter McDaniel, Marty Ray, Richie Evans, Travis Pryor, Wally Tierheimer, Gary Wolbert. However, 2 drivers are on the bubble. only 2 points for making the chase as of Dover. Scott Mitten, Joshua Gillen, they're only 2 points out from making the chase on points. So, question is, who's going to get locked in? Because these guys got to run 8 out of 10 races in the regular season. So even if you win and you only race 7, you're not going to be in the chase. Let's take a look at the season standings as they stand right now. Eric Tesk is the man out front. He has got 4 wins this season. Mike Rominger sitting in second. He is just 18 points behind. Sitting in third is Jason Wells, 3 points, 21 points behind Eric Tesk. Tommy Haynes sitting in fourth, 48 points behind. Bryce Whitson Jr., he's sitting fifth in points, 52 points behind. John D. Wimbish sitting in sixth. Hunter McDaniel, seventh. Marty Ray also tied with Hunter McDaniel in seventh. Richie Evans sitting in ninth. 10th place right now, Travis Pryor and Wally Tierheimer tied up. Now, last week at Dover, well, it was an interesting race. We ended up with 4 cautions, 5 leaders, 8 lead changes. But Eric Tesk was the man that came out with the checkered flag for his 4th win in the row. Cameron Hearns sitting in second. Bryce Whitson Jr. finished third. Robert David Ballantyne, he finished 4th. And Richie Evans rounded out your top 5 at Dover. So taking a look here right now, the man on point, the 2, Michael Atkins. He is right there on the pole with a 31.528. So he put down a good lap time. Hunter McDaniel starting second with a 31.639. So just, well, actually, just in 5/10 of each other, pretty much everybody that qualified, the top 20, is all within right about at least a second. So close times definitely here as we're clicking down here for qualifying. We got about 20 seconds left. These guys are going to start gridding up, getting ready to start this race here at Atlanta. And we got 130 laps here for the Alsco 300 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. So they got 130 laps to get it done here as we are moving over into qualifying. All right, going over our starting grid here tonight. Starting grid. All right, let's pull up our starting grid here. Starting on pole, Michael Atkins, Hunter McDaniel starting on the outside row. Eric Tesk will be starting third, Marty Ray fourth. Richie Evans starting in the 5th position. Randy Perdue will be starting 6th. Starting 7th tonight, Mr. Extreme Mike Rominger. Starting 8th, Jeremy Rigney. Starting 9th, Bryce Sinisak, David Elliott, rounding out your top 10. Starting 11th, the 60 of Steve Dutz. The 99, Bryce Whitson Jr. starting in 12th. Tommy Haynes starting 13th. Wally Tierheimer starting in their 14th position. Travis Pryor, he is going to be starting 15th tonight with Chris Boyles starting on his outside. Sean D. Wimbish is going to be starting 17th. Brent Cool 18th. Starting 19th, Davis Richards. Joshua Gillen rounding out your top 20 starting grid. Gary Wolbert, the last one to put in a qualifying time, will be starting 21st. We've got Cody McFadden, Kerry Cleaver, Brian Wasserman, all getting ready to get started here as we are ready to go green flag racing here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Actually, folks, it is going to be 150 laps they have here tonight for the Alsco 300 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. So 150 laps here on this 1.5 mile oval here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And the pace car is off as we are getting ready to go, being led by the two of Michael Atkins, Hunter McDaniel on his outside. I do apologize if I get a little quiet. Unfortunately, Tanner was unable to make it, or he may be late, but it looks like you're just going to have to deal with me out here tonight. David Everly here on the OSR Network as we are getting ready to kick off round number 9. The Extreme Motorsports 99.com Camping World, Xfinity Series here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And then next week, final race of the regular season is going to be at Michigan. So we got some good fast tracks coming up here. Is Michael Atkins now bringing them here into turn 3 and 4, double foul. Pace car is going to be dipping off this time by. Pace car bringing them out of turn number 4. Pace car is off. Michael Atkins wastes no time as we got a lot of wheel spin there. A little further back here with Marty Ray and them. A lot of cars getting a little wheel spin. That track is slick out there. But I tell you what, Michael Atkins jumps out to a good lead so far here, as he is actually already 5/10 ahead of Hunter McDaniel here on the start. So it's right now Michael Atkins, Hunter McDaniel, Eric Tess, Marty Ray, Randy Perdue, your top 5. As we go a little further back here with Mike Rominger, looks like he's in a little pack here, being led by the 5 of Randy Perdue. You got Richie Evans in this pack, Jeremy Rigney, Mike Rominger, Bryce Sinisak, Steve Dutz here. Is Mike Rominger and Jeremy Rigney are running side by side here as they are 2 by 2 coming through turns 1 and 2. Mike Rominger just not ready to give up that position there. Neither is Jeremy Rigney as he is on the outside. Oh, looked like his car might have stepped out a little bit. Mike Rominger is going to get that position. Jeremy Rigney is going to jump back in line. Back single file as Mike Rominger is going to hold off to that number 7 spot. Taking a look here through the field, see if we've got any more battles going on. Still early, only lap 2. 148 laps left to go here. As we take a look through the field, single file. Now, going over tonight's race info. Taking a look, we got 87 degrees air temperature, 114 track temperature, so it's pretty warm, 57% humidity. The wind, 5 miles out of the northwest. So these guys are going to not only battle each other, but they're going to be battling the track as well. As I seen up, there we go, Steve Dutz. He is trying to get to the inside of Mike Rominger there. It's the 10 of Jeremy Rigney still trying that outside. Looks like he's the only one going to try to push that outside lane right now. Riding here on board with Steve Dutz, running right behind that 9 Napa Know-How Camaro of Mike Rominger. As we see, I mean, they definitely got to get off of the gas there coming into these turns. You can just see how bumpy this track here, especially in turns 3 and 4 there. So these guys only inches apart. One little mistake could end their night, as these guys do not have a fast fix. Steve Dutz tried to get to that inside, just not able to get into the inside there. Is Bryce Sinisak now looking to the outside of Steve Dutz there. Just can't get it done as Steve Dutz gets that run on the exit of the turn. But Bryce, he is just not giving up. He is trying to get into that draft of the 9 of Mike Rominger. As Mike Rominger thought about trying the outside of Richie Evans, but just not able to do it at this time. Maybe later in the race as these tires get a little wore, a little rubber put down on the track, that's definitely something that could be possible. Still out front, Michael Atkins leading. He is now a 1.6 lead over Hunter McDaniel, who's sitting in second. But Hunter, he's got a little bit of a lead. He's got a 1.3 second over third place, which is the 96 of Eric Tesk. Now, if you're just tuning in, though, one thing you can't count out is Eric Tesk. He may hold back a little bit at the beginning of the race, but at the end of the race, he's there. He is on a win streak right now, 4 wins in a row, as he won last week at Dover. So, I mean, he's definitely got a good points lead here. He's definitely into the chase. He's just trying to capitalize on that momentum. Still got a battle back here with the 65 of Marty Ray. He's now to the inside of Richie Evans and Mike Rominger, and he is bringing the 60 of Steve Dutz. Bryce Sinisak back there as well, as these guys are all battling for that 4th position that's actually held by the 5 of Randy Perdue, so they're just trying to gain these positions here. Let's see, who's one of our top movers so far? Right now, one of our top movers is going to be Cody McFadden. He started 23rd. He is running currently back in, actually, he dropped back to 22nd there. Maybe there was an incident. Let's see if we can go back and see exactly what happened here. Here, right there with, oh, unfortunate there for the 51 of Davis Richards. He was involved with that here as we go back onto the replay. See if we can get a closer look. He just, oh, that car kicked loose as he tries to go to the inside of the 64 of Cody McFadden. As they come through, the back end kicks out. Little overcorrected. Unfortunately, he gets into the 164 of Cody McFadden. But heavy damage on the 51 of Davis Richards. Still green flag racing, though, as we are now lap 12 of 150. 139 laps to go. Eric Testo, he's got some competition behind him. Sitting there in third is Randy Perdue is right there as we take a look at our driver battle. He is 4/10 behind Eric Tesk, but he's only got 5/10 up over Richie Evans. But Richie Evans is coming under fire from Marty Ray and then Mike Rominger as they're trying to get back single file. Tell you what, let's get on board here with Mike Rominger. Let's take a look at his cockpit view, see what he sees as he's working, trying to get around that 24 of Richie Evans. Going to take a few laps here with Mike Rominger back in 6th position as he's got cars behind him, cars in front of him, so he's got his eyes glued all over. .20 cars still on the lead lap with John T. Wimbish back in 20th. He is the last one here on the lead lap as he is working his way around. Unfortunately, he has got a pretty good gap here all by himself currently as he's just, so he's got a little bit gap there. So he's got some work to do as he comes across the start-finish line. But I tell you what, Hunter McDaniel, though, he has closed up that gap. There was almost 2 seconds between him and Michael Atkins, but Hunter McDaniel is closing. He is now just 6/10 behind Michael Atkins. But Eric Tesk, he is still another 8/10 behind as he has actually pulled away from the 5 of Randy Perdue. Definitely a slick track out there, as we've seen a couple cars where that back end almost kicks loose there. Is Hunter McDaniel flirting with that outside wall just a little bit there on the exit of turn number 2. But he is closed up. He is now just 4/10. He gained 2/10 there on Michael Atkins. It looked like Michael Atkins almost kicked loose into the outside wall. Travis Pryor running back in 12th position, is he is running right behind the 42 of David Elliott, just kind of running his own race. I don't think he's really pushing the issue. Still got a long race, only lap 17, 133 laps to go. Question is are we going to see any cautions? Because these guys are doing a good job at keeping it green flag racing so far. Definitely chat out there. We got it going. We got Waylon Lamb out there in the chat. How you doing there, buddy? Pat T's out there rooting everybody on. Timothy Petito, he's out there in the chat. Let's see, who else do we got out there? Gillum Motorsports in the chat. So we got our regulars out here in the chat, definitely rooting these drivers on. Is like I said, this is round 9 of 10. Just next week will be the final race of the regular season, and that'll be at Michigan. Going back up front, it looks like our 3 leaders have caught each other. Michael Atkins, Hunter McDaniel, Eric Tesk. 20 laps since the start of the race, so I'm not sure what the pit window, but here comes Hunter McDaniel. He is going to look to the inside of Michael Atkins coming through the dogleg. He is going to get side by side into turn number 1. Is he going to be able to get that push off, or is Atkins going to be able to get that propulsion there off of turn number 2? And it looks like Hunter McDaniel is going to clear. He is going to take over the race lead, but here comes Eric Tesk. He is looking to the inside of Michael Atkins Jr. Looks like Michael Atkins just could not get back in line. He is running that high line there. It's Eric Tesk. Right now, he's still door-to-door. I don't know what happened to Hunter McDaniel, but here comes Eric Tesk. He is door-to-door with Hunter McDaniel. We've got a 3-way battle here. Eric Tesk, your new race leader, once again, here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And ladies and gentlemen, there is Ken Ladd out there in the chat, also known as They Call Me Red. What is up, Ken? How you doing? But look here comes Hunter McDaniel. They go around a lap car to the 51 of Davis Richards, who was involved in that earlier incident that did not bring out the yellow. He is on fresh tires there as I take a look. But Eric Tesk right now, man out front. He's got a lap car in between him and Hunter McDaniel. Definitely what he wants to see is we see Michael Atkins scrape the wall there on the exit of turn number 2. Just a scrape, nothing major. Hunter McDaniel trying to get down low here. Here comes Michael Atkins. He looks like he is going to try to make a move. Nope, he is not going to be able to make that move there. But wow, what a battle here on lap 22, lap 23, 127 laps to go. Still got a second little pack here. It's being led by the 24 of Richie Evans. It's got Bryce Sinisak, Mike Rominger, Steve Dutz, and Bryce Woodson Jr. He has moved up there into 9th position. Marty Ray rounding out your top 10. But don't look too far behind them, because there is David Elliott. Also, Travis Pryor right there in 12th. Taking a look here, see if we see any other battles going around the track. There's the 75 Wally Tierheimer. Didn't see what happened to him, but he has got a heavily damaged Ford Mustang Hardee's machine right there. It's got some heavy damage on that. Look at that. Wow. But he is still out on the track, a little under speed. But let's take a look here. Yeah, he's only running about 160, but let's take a look at the leader. He's pushing almost 180 mile an hour, so definitely under speed for the 75 of Wally Tierheimer. Eric Tesk, he is now pulled out to a 6/10 lead over Hunter McDaniel, sitting in second. Michael Atkins right there. Randy Perdue, he is sitting in fourth, but he is 2.5 seconds behind Michael Atkins Jr. here. 26 laps. I have a feeling that within the next 10 to 15 laps, we're going to see some green flag pit stops if it stays green. So, fingers crossed. We take a look from our grandstand camera here, looking at this little pack. You see the 5 of Randy Perdue, Richie Evans. You got Bryce Sinisak, Steve Dudes, Mike Rumminger, Bryce Whitson Jr., Marty Ray sitting back here. So a good little pack, all very fast drivers. So, you know, everybody's trying to get those much valuable points here, because after tonight, only one more race to get locked into the chase. See the 99, Bryce Whitson, he's making a move underneath Mike Rumminger. Here as we take a look at his suspension here, as he is door to door with Mike Rumminger as they are battling up for that number 8 position. Bryce Whitson Jr. unable to complete the pass. He is just going to drop back in line here using that draft, because we're on 28, 122 laps to go here. No caution so far tonight. We got Brett Cole. He is back here in 12th position as he gets around the 17 of Tommy Haynes. Or, yeah, on the outside there is the check, don't guess machine right there is just hammering down the Ford Mustang, the Ford Brett Cole. Brian Wasserman sitting back here in 14th. Only 16 left on the lead lap as we got Gary Wolbert sitting in 15th and Joshua Gillen, last car on the lead lap, sitting back in 16th position. Hunter McDaniel and Atkins Jr. making their way around some lap traffic here as they are trying to get around here. Oh, Atkins almost steps out from him. Ooh, good wheel work there by Atkins as it looked like he almost lost it. '99, Bryce Whitson Jr. He is down on pit road. He is actually making his way off pit road. Green flag pit stop, the 5 of Randy Perdue. He is down on pit road as he is in his pit stall. 4-tire stop for him. Richie Evans, Mike Rumminger, they are down on pit road here as they are coming down. Oh, what happened to Richie Evans there? Let's see if we can go back. It looks like he was trying to get slowed down for pit road. Little miscommunication between him and Mike Rumminger. Richie Evans was on the racetrack trying to get slowed down. Mike Rumminger, nowhere to go, bumped him. And then just Richie Evans lost it into the inside wall there. Real unfortunate for both of those drivers. Race leader still out on the track, 34 laps, as we've got green flag pit stops going on right now. Eric Tesk, he is now 1 seconds ahead of second place Hunter McDaniel. Michael Atkins Jr. still sitting right there in third. Steve Dutz fourth. Marty Ray, your top five. As we've got more takers down on pit road. Bryce Sinisak down on pit road. So right now, only our top 8 drivers left to pit. Travis Pryor up into 6th position. He is still going to have to pit here. Hunter McDaniel down on pit road. Eric Tesk. Ooh, Hunter McDaniel comes in hot. Question is, did he have a speeding penalty? Let's take a look here. I'm not quite sure, but and he come in at a 51 mile an hour there on pit road. So he got it down. No speeding penalty there for the 57 of Hunter McDaniel. That's going to hand the race lead over to the 2 of Michael Atkins, who's got some damage there on the front end of his car. Take a look here. Yes, he does. He's got some damage on that right front of that Mountain Dew machine. So he's got some damage, but he is still going strong as he is our new race leader. Steve Dutz in second, Marty Ray third, Brent Cole fourth, Tommy Haynes 5. But those 5 still have to pit. So it looks like we're seeing a little bit of a different pit strategy. So let's see here. Is Michael Atkins going to come down on pit road? He is slowing down. Yes, Michael Atkins down on pit road. Steve Dutz is going to stay out. He is going to lead this lap here on lap 38. He has led. So Steve Dutz, your new leader. Marty Ray second. Michael Atkins, Brent Cole third. Tommy Haynes fourth. And David Elliott should be moving up into the 5th position. Tommy, it looks like Steve Dutz is going to be backing it down. Yes, he is. Coming down on pit Ray. Marty Ray gets a little squirrely there. Looks like he got a little squirrely. He was headed down on pit road. Oh, 60 of Steve Dutz spun out. Let's go back here on the instant replay, see exactly what happened. Looks like he locked his brakes up trying to get it slowed down on pit road, and around it went. Yep, coming in too hot, got on the brakes, and around he went into the inside wall. Just minor damage, but that is going to cost him some time. New race leader, the 4, Brent Cole. Just 2 cars left to pit. Brent Cole, Tommy Haynes, everybody else down on pit road already. Brent Cole, Tommy Haynes, 40 laps since the last pit. Actually, since the start of the race, have not pitted yet. So they may be trying to stretch it, trying to do a fuel mileage run here, as we have got 111 laps to go. Brent Cole, he is bringing it down on pit road, 41 laps. Let's see what Tommy Haynes, is he going to be pitting? Nope, Tommy Haynes is going to stay out, lead this lap. Tommy Haynes, the only one that has not pitted, is he has led a lap, so he's going to get that bonus point for leading a lap here as Brent Cole is down on pit road. Here comes the 17, Tommy Haynes. He is backing it down. He is going down on pit road. See if he has any issues. We've had a lot of cars spinning on the entrance to pit road as he is getting it back down in that Toyota Camry. Nope, no problems there. But that's going to give Eric Test a chance here. He comes out of turn number 4. Eric Test is going to take over the race lead. Hunter McDaniel second. David Elliott third. Randy Perdue fourth. And Bryce Sinisak is going to be your new top 5. So we've seen him go 42 laps on a full tank of fuel and tires. Wonder if that's the max that they can do if they ran that dry. We'll have to see if pit strategy is going to play this out. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Extreme Motorsports 99.com. That's XTREMEMOTOR Sports 99.com Xfinity Series live here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Round 9 of 10. Just one race left after tonight in the regular season. Then we are going to be moving into the chase. Eric Test, your race leader here. As we take a look here at his stats, he has led 16 laps so far here tonight. Started third, now running in first there in that Chevy Camaro. He has got Hunter McDaniel just 3/10 behind him. Same pit strategy for these guys. They pitted just 11 laps ago. Randy Perdue sitting there in third as he's got about only a 4/10 lead over David Elliott, who's sitting in fourth. Bryce Sinisak fifth. I tell you what, look at Mike Rominger though. Mike Rominger and Richie Evans, even though that little hiccup there on pit road, they are running 7th and 8th right now.
Hey Dave, I took an early exit out of the race, so I figured I'd come help you in the booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're joined by the 51 of Davis Richards. How you doing there, Davis?
Oh man, I think that's the quickest I've ever wrecked out of the race. Wrecked out about lap 10, took her down pit road, got some repairs, and then I just wasn't feeling right, so I said, hey, I'll go help my buddy commentate some racing up here.
Yeah, definitely watching this race. This track is slick one out there. Tell us what you think of the track conditions out here as far as driver-wise. What are they dealing with?
It's absolutely evil, man. When you got the fresh tires, it's not as bad, but in about 10, 15 laps, those tires really fall off, and you got to play with that throttle, especially on that exit of 3 and 4. You got to hold on for your dear life, and there's right at the end of the tri-oval, as it starts to turn, right as it kind of starts to turn into 1, after the start-finish line, there's a bump right there, and that's where it hit me. If you go into that wrong on your entry, it'll send you around in a heartbeat.
Oh, most definitely. And we've seen a lot of drivers have had issues with getting down on pit road. We saw Richie Evans, he went around. Steve Dutz went around. A couple other drivers, their names are off of me, but yeah, it looks like these drivers are having a hard time going from that transition from the track to the apron there, and then trying to get the machine slowed down right before the commitment line.
Yeah, they are, and it's just you're carrying so much momentum in the middle of the corner. In the middle of the corner, your car is so off balance, and that weight starts to transition. When you apply those brakes in there, it just doesn't want to brake, so you're having to hold on to it to keep it from spinning out, and you're ending up speeding on pit road.
But, I mean, we've stayed green flag racing. 101 laps completed, or 101 laps left to go, 50 laps completed. So, I mean, these drivers are definitely doing a good job at controlling these monster machines here. We haven't yet to see a caution. I mean, we saw some incidents on the track, but they were able to get them off the track so that we remain green flag.
Yeah, I know the 10 of Jeremy Rigney, he got involved with. Obviously, me, I unfortunately took out Cody McFadden in my wreck. That was on lap 10, just went over that bump, and it just turned right on me. Felt really bad. I know John Wimbish had some contact out there. These drivers are wrecking, but they're just getting off the track before someone comes up, and it's not throwing a yellow.
Yes, right now we're only 12 cars left here on the lead lap, with Travis Pryor being the last one on the lead lap here in 12th position. But I tell you what, the one that doesn't really seem to be having too much trouble has got to be the 96 of Eric Tesk. He is just wicked fast out here tonight.
He is. We need to start a hashtag anyone but Eric, because he's been dominating this season out there, that 96 machine. And he's got a fast one out there. Michael Atkinson's Jr., I believe he might have had some trouble on pit road. That's why he fell back, but he led some laps. But Hunter McDaniel, he's only half a second behind him. I don't know if he's kind of waiting, cooling off his tires and holding something back for him, or if he just can't quite get up there. I'm going to go with the rather, because he's staying right there about that 4/10 to 5/10 second behind him.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. He's not trying to push the issue, but then, I mean, we still got 98 laps to go. So, you know, we're still looking at least another hour of racing, especially if we stay green flag. So, now we've noticed that some of these drivers have went 42 laps. What's the fuel window here at Atlanta tonight?
Well, I believe I came back on the track at about lap 15, and then I ran till about lap 40, and I still had about 15 laps to go. I mean, or so. I'd say the fuel window is probably about 45, 50.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of drivers kind of come in right about 40 laps. I figured it was just probably for tires because, whoa, as we see the 96 almost get that back end kicked out on him as he come out of turn number 4 there. But yeah, I've kind of figured that maybe they're just not wanting to push the issue on these old tires with the slick as this track is tonight.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. And you can see them, they're running that bottom, but man, I found a lot of speed up top of the track too. That high side, especially in 3 and 4, is coming a lot into play. You watch that 57 of Hunter McDaniels. He's using that middle groove.
Yeah,
but look for these drivers to start going up towards that high line and towards that wall as this race goes on, and as that bottom becomes more and more wore out and gunked up with rubber.
Yeah, I definitely seen the 2 of Michael Atkins. He was the first one to try run a few laps there in that middle lane. But everybody else was electing to go down all the way to the white line. So, I mean, it kind of looked like everybody was wanting to do, you know, the one groove. But as you said, Hunter McDaniel there starting to move into that middle track there. Also, the 24 of Richie Evans, he's using that middle lane as well.
He is, and if you'll watch too, especially in 1 and 2, there's a secret spot on there. I probably shouldn't be saying nothing, but you can watch Eric Tess. He's running that, and so is Hunter McDaniels. It's about a quarter of a lane up from the bottom. You put your left front tires right on that mark, on that seam mark, and man, you can really pick up a lot of speed in 1 and 2.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's go on board here with the Hunter McDaniel in second position. Let's watch from the cockpit view as he's running that second lane there. Is right in front of Eric Tesk. Car spinning, but looks like he's able to gain control of it as Eric Tesk is able to get around him. But that's going to probably slow down Hunter McDaniel a little bit.
Yeah, it is. I'm trying to get an eye to see who that is. I see it's a red car right in front of him. Not sure who it was out there. We'll get a better notice as Hunter McDaniels comes up and tries to pass him.
Actually, that's going to be the 81 of Travis Pryor, who's gone 1 lap down. So he's having issues with that back end, just seems to want to kick out.
And you just seen him right there. You seen that back out, and it's still kicking out on him, going down the tri-oval too. And that's just how hard it is out there, especially if you mess up that exit of 4, it just messes you up that entire straightaway, and it messes up your entry to 1. It just messes the entire lap up.
Yeah, it's like they say, I mean, you don't got to be the fastest out there. Sometimes you just have to be the most consistent.
And Eric Test has absolutely nailed that week in and week out, and especially people that know him in past leagues that he's been in. He's not the fastest on those short runs, but you give him about 10, 15 laps, and they really start to come alive. You'll watch him. Drivers will pass him, get around him, but that 15, 10 laps, he'll go right by him again. He's absolutely nailed the consistency part of it.
Yeah, I don't have either of those. I'm not consistent, and I'm definitely not fast.
Yeah, don't feel bad, Dave. I'm the same way.
That's why I hang out here in the booth.
Yeah, and I've started to notice that, the less time I have to get on here and practice, the more time I find myself in the booth. Because when I get in the race car, I just get aggravated and mad because I can't put the practice time or don't put the practice time into practice. So I guess I'm expecting to go out there, not practice, and win the race, and then I'm just getting frustrated when I wreck out.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, you got to have the seat time, the practice, but I mean, it's kind of hard when you sometimes don't know the track conditions, and that's the thing too. I mean, you can practice. Oh, as we see the 4 of Brent Cole, his back end kicks out, but he keeps it going. It's the 40 of Joshua Gillen was kind of lucky there as he was on the outside. If Brent wasn't able to save that, that would have been disastrous for both of them.
I'm not sure if you can get it on the replay, but on lap 61 coming out of 2, that 81 of Travis Pryor ran into the wall, and Hunter McDaniels almost got into him. He had to make a quick maneuver to the outside of him. I'm sorry, inside.
Okay. Oh, yeah, right there. We got it on replay. Let's take a look here at the 81 of Travis Pryor as he comes out of turn number 2, and it just kicks out. He gets up into the wall. Hunter McDaniel. Let's see if we can get it on the cockpit of Hunter McDaniel here. Hold on one. Hunter McDaniel, because we got to look at that from the cockpit view, because that was close there coming out of that turn. Yeah, I mean, he had to do some evasive maneuvers there, but definitely kind of slowed him down because he did have to let off the throttle a little bit.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he was watching it, and he just had to make a quick maneuver right to that inside of him. Then the 81 almost came down and nailed him again in that left rear quarter panel.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing of it is they both probably know each other, teammates. They ran last couple of seasons as teammates, so they know each other pretty well. But unfortunately, Eric Tesk, he is now pulled out to a 2.3 second lead over Hunter McDaniel. And then there is about another 7.1 second gap between Hunter McDaniel and Randy Perdue.
Yeah, and that absolutely killed the 57's momentum. And it's going to take him a few laps to get back into that swing of things and that consistency aspect we were talking about earlier. It's going to give him about 2, 3, or 4 laps just to get back in that groove and hit his marks again.
Yes, definitely. We are all spread out. Looks like Steve Dutch, Jeremy Rigney, Cody McFadden have all taken their cars behind the wall there. So they are behind the wall. Gary Wolbert, he is down on pit road. He is 2 laps down, sitting back in 17th. So as he is making his way off pit road, only 19 machines left out on the track.
We haven't had a single caution yet.
And we're getting ready to start seeing, as we see the 9 of Mike Rominger, he's making his way down on pit road. Randy Perdue on pit road as well. So second round of green flag pit stops already starting to take off a little bit here. I don't think they planned him because Mike Rominger only did 32 laps on that stint, as he's also got some heavy damage on the side of that car.
Yeah, a lot of these drivers who got damaged have just been flirting with that outside wall. And if I kind of sound distant, I'm trying to adjust my mic here and it keeps messing up and falling down on me. But yeah, green flag pit stops are underway. And see some drivers are starting to short pit. And some other drivers, they just can't hold on to it anymore, and they'd rather pit, get those 4 fresh tires than risk going into the wall.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, that's the thing with a driver. And, you know, a lot of people think they can just sit down behind the wheel and, you know, wheel these machines, but there's just so many different variables. You've got to worry about your track condition, your tire wear. You got to worry about other drivers, lap drivers. I mean, there's just so many different variables that you got to worry about. It's the 96 of Eric Tesk, just 32 laps on his tires. He's coming down on pit road.
He is. You see him get down pit road, and he just absolutely nails it too. Gets down to pit road speed. Nice, clean pit entry here. Gonna have to see how he gets into his box and if he's able to complete the cycle and get out of there in a hurry.
Meanwhile, that's going to hand the race lead over to the 2 of Michael Atkins as he is staying out here as Hunter McDaniel and Eric Tesk down on pit road. Mike Rominger making his way off pit road. No, he's coming back in again.
He is coming in again. He might have had a pit road speeding penalty, or he might just be getting some more damage fixed because that left side of that machine is tore up.
Well, Michael Atkins back out in the lead as he has led 22 laps here tonight. So he is our pole sitter, but he's got that damage there on the right front of his machine where it looks like he might have flirted with the wall. I think that might have been from the pit road mistake there where he kind of got spun around a little bit. But he is out front with Marty Ray sitting in second, Travis Pryor third. Eric Test coming off pit road. He is in 4th position right now.
He's already made a pit stop, and he's still on the lead lap, sitting in that 4th position. But yeah, you're talking about that damage too with the tube. And when I hit the outside wall in your car, when you get that damage and you get that right side of that machine pancaked in, it makes the entries of the corner, it just makes your car want to plow into that wall and makes it really, really tight in, and then makes it loose off too. So the damage does have a lot to do. Not only does it affect your horsepower, but it affects your handling and your tire wear.
Most definitely. We got people out there. Pat T, she said, all right, she's just going to say it. We need a caution, but she just doesn't want it to be the 81 of Travis Pryor.
She's absolutely right. Let's get this field bunched up. Maybe throw a hot dog wrapper out on the track or something and throw that yellow.
I'm sure somebody out there's got an empty beer can, right?
Hey, I've got a couple now. I wasn't lying. But, yeah, you're right. But still some great racing. Different strategies going on here tonight. The cars are kind of spread out, but they're kind of getting evened up. Watching that 09 of Bryce Sinesak, he's right behind the 96 of Eric Tesk, and then Eric Tesk, the next driver in front of him, is 14 seconds. That's the 65 of Marty Ray. But it's going to be interesting to watch these drivers get through that lap traffic and those drivers that haven't pitted yet.
Yeah, just 2 drivers still left to pit. It's the 65 Marty Ray. He is coming down on pit road. Almost loses it there as you see him get a little squirrely trying to get that thing, that Ford Mustang slowed down, but he's able to get it down, making his way down on pit road. So we are just waiting on Michael Atkins Jr. to come down on pit road. But the only thing is Eric Tesk is coming. He's only 19 seconds and closing. He actually just gained 0.2 there. Now 18.8 now 18.6. So Eric Tesk is coming. So I wonder if this is really going to hurt Michael Atkins unless he's trying to play the fuel mileage game.
Yeah, you know, he might be trying to make that fuel mileage and just make it on 2 more stops. I believe these drivers put it on around like 64, 65. I mean, the next pit stop will be around right before lap 100, and then have to make another one about 135, 140 or so. So he might be trying that fuel mileage game.
Well, looks like he is slowing down. Michael Atkins now down on pit road here as he comes down onto pit road. That is going to hand the race lead back over to that 96 machine of Eric Tesk.
It is in second place. Is going to be Bryce Sinesak. And that 09 machine, and he's about, 3 seconds behind Eric. And, man, I don't know, is Bryce, maybe he pitted early, and that's how he was able to get up there?
Yeah, Bryce Sinesak, he is definitely going to need a good finish here. He is sitting back in, I think it's 16th in points. He is about 97 points back from Eric Test, so he is going to need to make some points up here to try to get into the chase, either come away with a win or make up some ground here to be able to get into the chase on points.
Yeah, shocker to the viewers, I'm definitely not making the chase, but hey, we gave it our all.
You're sitting back in 23rd. You'll be all right. You
We'll
still got time.
figure it
You got a
out.
race.
Yeah, well, I missed last week, and then this week we'll call that one a user error. But yeah, definitely not the season I wanted to have. But hey, we might come out there and win Michigan. You never know. But still got to be in the top 20 in points.
Well, you think with a win next week, sitting in 23rd in points right now, win at Michigan, you have a good chance of getting into the top 20 there.
If only I could get in there and practice, you know, before I mean, hell, I use my qualifying as my practice, as bad as that sounds, but you never know. Might have to use that chrome bumper on Eric Test if he keeps dominating like he's doing week in and week out.
Yeah, because, see, we got Dakota Craig. He is not here tonight, so you might get some points up on him. You are only 7 points behind him, so you might gain a position there up into 21st. You got Cameron Hearn sitting 22nd, 22nd. So he's not here tonight. So you can make up a few spots and then be in a good position to get that win at Michigan and lock yourself in.
Oh, that would be a thriller, wouldn't it? Coming out there and winning at Michigan. Hey, I've came close a time or two, but just cards didn't fall down in my favor. Still have yet to get a win out here in Extreme Motorsports. Gotten second a few times, but it's absolutely killing me not being able to pull that 51 into victory lane.
Well, I mean, anything is possible. Look what happened to Bircher in the Cup Series last year. Got a rain delay, was leading Pocono. They had to call it. He got the win, got locked into the chase.
Well, let's pull out some virtual rain and make it rain once I'm in the lead next week. How about that?
Yeah, I'll contact the local weather person and see if we can make that happen for you.
I really appreciate that, Dave. You'd be doing me a huge favor. But yeah, Hunter McDaniels in that 57 has got around that 09 of Bryce Sinisak. So Bryce definitely pitted early, and he's kind of paying the price for it now. But Eric Test's got about a 3.5 second lead over the 57 of Hunter McDaniels. So yeah, I don't know, Hunter, he might be coming on strong. He might play a little, ooh, and the 9 of Mike Rominger is in the wall.
Yeah, but he keeps it going. Still green flag. And right now, only 9 cars left on the lead lap. The 24, Richie Evans, he is sitting back in 9th. He is the last one on a lead lap. He's got a little bit of distance. Actually, no, because here comes Eric Tesk. So if we take a look at Eric Tesk, he's not too far behind that 24. Eric Tesk is out here lapping him like candy.
Someone needs to take that one to the NASCAR R&D Center and do some inspection on that machine because he is flying.
Yeah, I don't really see the car stepping out like a lot of these other drivers, so he must know the little sweet spots of the track.
He's got to, as I'm riding right behind him right now on my screen and just watching him go down there. He's running that bottom, got around the 7 of Gary Wilbert. As he's coming off the exit of 2, he's going to kind of drift it up high, right against that outside wall, and then now he's going to really put the throttle into it. And then he's coming into 3 and 4, he lets off right at that safer barrier mark. Lets all the way off the gas. Now he's going to start to egg shape it in. He's still off. Now he's going to start to egg throttle that, and that means just slightly getting that gas. Then he goes back to full throttle coming across the start and finish line.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are 81 laps complete of 150, 69 laps to go. We are beyond the halfway point. We are going to go ahead and step away for our first commercial break of the night. We'll be right back here on the OSR Network in the Extreme Motorsports 99.com Xfinity Series.
Don't let your first date be your last. Visit People Against Distracted Driving at PADD.org.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the OSR Network, Online Sim Racing Network, as we are bringing you Round 9, Extreme Motorsports 99.com Xfinity Series here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Taking a look at our top 5 as they sit right now. Eric Tesk, dominating performance out here tonight. Hunter McDaniel sitting second. Bryce Sinisak third. Randy Perdue fourth. Michael Atkins, even though having a little bit of issues, he is still sitting in that number 5 spot. So here we are, 62 laps to go here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Only 8 cars left on the lead lap as our first caution. Let's see if we can pick it up and see what happened. Ooh, it's going to be the 28 of Chris Boyles here. Let's go back and see if we can see exactly what happened. Oh, it looks like the 24 Richie Evans. It started with Richie Evans there. As let's see here, go back and look like he got a little further back here as he was on the outside of Brett Cole. Hunter McDaniel right there in the mix. As Hunter McDaniel got right up on that back bumper, but Richie Evans. Wow, let's see if we can slow that down here a little bit here.
Oh yeah, there was a few drivers involved in that. It takes a hard lick into the wall. That's the 28 machine.
Yeah, it looks like the 24 got up next to the wall. Hunter McDaniel nowhere to go, just accidentally gave him a bump to the bumper up into the outside wall. Chris Boyle's involved in that. That is our first caution here tonight here on lap 89.
I'm locking it, Dave. We're going to get this field bunched back up. A lot of these drivers are going to take the wave around, so they're going to be on old tires. So watch for some wheel spin on this restart. It's going to be a wild one as we get to the closing finishing of this race. Well, I say that, we've still got about 60 laps left.
Well, I mean, we had wheel spin on the start tonight, even before they got the tires heated up.
Yeah, so watch this. That I'm looking right now. I believe John Wimbish, Gary Wilbert, Richie Evans, Travis Pyre, Tommy Haynes, those are all drivers. I think they're going to take that wave around and aren't going to pit.
The 4, Brent Cole, he gets the lucky dog. He gets the wave around the pace car here. Is we're off pit road. It is going to be actually Michael Atkins. He's staying out. I'm actually kind of shocked on that.
I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, he's staying out. I definitely would not have made that call because those tires is the much fall off as we've seen from him. He's going to be all over the place. But hey, it makes for some exciting commentating.
I mean, maybe he's thinking there's going to be another quick caution here because the old saying, cautions breed cautions.
Well, he's coming in right now with the lap cars, and I was saying that John Wimbish and the 7 of Gary Wilbert would stay out to get that wave around, but all these drivers that are a lap down, they're all coming in.
Well, I mean, you still got to think, even though they're Tommy Haynes, Travis Pryor, 1 lap down. John T. Wimbish, he's 2 laps down. Richie Evans is 4 laps. He's taking it behind the wall. Gary Wilbert and Joshua Gillen are 2 laps down. David Elliott's behind the wall. Chris Boyles, he is 6 laps down. So, I mean, they still got to look at trying to get those much needed points here, you know, for the chase.
Yeah, you're right, but man, we went this long without a caution. I just think, man, I would have took the wave around, got at least one of my laps back, because you got to think that there's going to be a quick caution here that's going to come out, and with that quick caution comes within the next 3 or so laps, we're not going to. The leaders are not going to go back down pit road, so they're going to miss that opportunity to take the wave around.
Yeah, we're going to see a little bit of a battle between the 17 of Tommy Haynes, Travis Pryor, both one lap down. They are going to be battling here for the lucky dog.
They are, and I see a lot of these drivers are still on pit road, so that tells me they had a lot of damage that they were getting fixed on those machines.
Travis Pryor running in 9th position, Tommy Haynes running in 10th. So right now, I mean, if we get a quick caution, Travis Pryor is in a good spot. He can get that lucky dog and get down on pit road.
He can. So that's going to be the fight to watch, I think, between that 17 of Tommy Haynes and that 81 of Travis Pryor. But Travis Pryor's still on pit road right now, getting some more of that damage because that right side is just caked in.
Well, pit lights are off on the pace car. We are back double foul here with Eric Tesk leading, Bryce Sinisak sitting second, Hunter McDaniel sitting there in third, Randy Perdue is in fourth, Marty Ray rounding out your top five with Michael Atkins sitting there in sixth. So this is going to be an interesting battle here as we have now got 8 cars on the lead lap with Brent Cole, last one on the lead lap.
And watch for that wheel spin too. Even with these drivers having fresh Goodyears, there's still going to be some wheel spin, I believe, as we've seen it on the initial restart when we went green on lap 1.
Pace car coming out of turn number 4. The question is when is Eric Tesk going to go? He is controlling this restart. Is the pace car now exiting 3 into turn 4, coming out of turn 4, getting ready to go green flag racing once again here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Pace car is off. Eric Tesk wastes no time as they see Bryce Sinisak. He got a little bit of a wheel spin, but so did Hunter McDaniel as these two are side by side here for second spot.
And the 5 of Randy Perdue, he got a bad restart too, really held up the drivers behind him. As you see him right now 2 by 2. Eric Tesk is just checking out that 57 of Hunter McDaniels. Gets around the 09 of Bryce Sinisak as they're coming down the back straightaway into turn 3 and 4.
65 Marty Ray, he is going to get around the 5. Here comes the 2 of Michael Atkins Jr. He is going to move into the top 5 here is Randy Perdue on the outside. Bryce Whitson Jr., he is sitting right there in 7th watching the battle. Is Michael Atkins and Randy Perdue still side by side through the dogleg.
They're coming into turn 1 and 2. Hunter McDaniel's trying to gain some momentum on the 96 of Eric Tesk, but that 09 of Bryce Sinisak is coming in a hurry. He takes the bottom. Is he going to be able to get that fender right below him on his quarter panel going into 3 and 4? He is. They're going to go side by side.
We're going to be too deep. Double wide here is the 5 of Randy Perdue trying to pick which lane he's wanting to go. Is Hunter McDaniel's going to be able to maintain that number 2 spot, but Bryce Sinisak still on that inside, but he is just going to have to back it down. But I tell you what, Michael Atkins, he's still having a battle with the 65 of Marty Ray right now.
He is. He's trying to get around him, that 65 machine. Is he going to pull the crossover? No, he's just going to let him go, cool his tires down. But watch, if you listen to what I talked about earlier, about that 96 of Eric Tesk just taking it real easy on the start, that 57 of Hunter McDaniels is going to get around him. And so is that 09 of Bryce Sinisak, I believe, in the next coming lap. But watching about 10 or so laps, that 96 of Eric Tesk is really going to turn it on him.
Our top 6 right here running bumper to bumper. One little mistake, I mean, it could be costly here, is these guys have very little room for error.
They do. Watch that 57. He didn't get quite the entry he wanted to on that corner. He's saving those tires, saving some of that meat on him so he can get that run on him. As the 09 of Bryce Sinisak looks low, and the 57 throws a little bit of block, but he decides to come up the track, and that 09 is going low, going into 1 and 2, and now the 09 of Bryce Sinisak sits the sights on that 96 of Tesk.
Well, you can set your sights on them, but getting around them, that's going to be a whole different ballgame, because here comes Hunter McDaniel on the outside. He is not done yet. He is not wanting to give up at second position, but Bryce Sinisak is going to be able to take that number 2 spot as Hunter McDaniel is going to fall in right behind him.
So not a Bryce Sinisak has just got to calm it down. He's got to save those tires. He's got to understand, hey, this field is kind of single filed out, and we might not be getting a caution for the rest of this race.
And we still going to have one more pit stop.
You're right. It's that 09 of Bryce Sinisak goes on the high side of Eric. Is he going to pull it off? He's got the 2. That's going to be Michael Atkins Jr. right behind him. As these 2 deep and 2 abreast.
Yeah, Marty Ray just watching this action, just waiting to see if they make a mistake, ready to pounce. Same with Randy Perdue. As these guys get close together, but Eric Tesk is going to be able to clear him. But here comes Bryce Sinisak. He is going to get to that back bumper. Now Hunter McDaniel challenging the two of Atkins. Here comes Bryce Sinisak again on the outside, trying to use Michael Atkins. Is he going to be able to? He is going to get side by side with Eric Tesk. So we have a four-way battle up front going on right now. The biggest action that we have currently on the track.
I think Eric's just playing with him. He's making him use up those tires. If I was Bryce, I'd just ride right on the bumper of the 96. Kind of get in his mind, play some mind game. But the 96 of Eric Tesk knows what he's doing. He's letting off just enough so that the 09 of Bryce Sinisak gets right beside him, and he's using the absolute crap out of those tires right there. And Eric Tesk knows what he's doing right now.
He is controlling this ball game right now, but here comes Bryce Sinisak. He is just going to edge him out, but the question is Eric Tesk going to fight him, or is Eric Tesk just going to let him go? Is Bryce Sinisak probably going a little higher than he wanted, but he's going to remain side by side here at the line? Who's going to take it? I think Eric Tesk is going to take it by a nose.
That's the word I was looking for, but I just couldn't quite get it out. Controlling this field, but they're still side by side. The 09 of Bryce Sinisak is going to clear him. Yeah, I think he is going to clear him coming on the exit. Not getting quite the momentum I thought he would. Eric Tesk has still got a finger on him as they come into 3 and 4.
Yeah, the one thing, though, running on that outside, though, it's not letting Eric Tesk slide up next to the wall like he is like to do this whole race. So Eric Tesk is actually right there. The back end almost kicked out on him a little bit because with Bryce up there, he can't just let it slide gradually up to the wall. So he's got to use that tires a little bit to try to keep it down.
Yeah, using that right front tire on that machine, and Bryce, he's making him use it up too as they almost touch coming out of 2. And look at that, man, some close battle. You would think we're at Talladega.
Most definitely. So right now, our top 6 still right here, actually 7, 8th place. All of our cars on the lead lap are just within less than a second of each other. So we've got a good little battle here. It's Michael Atkins. He is going to clear Hunter McDaniel, but he's going to stay up top with the 09 of Bryce Sinisak.
He has that 57 of Hunter McDaniel starts to look low. Man, that 96 and the 09 of Bryce Sinisak are coming so close to each other out of 2.
They are definitely giving it their all here, as it looks like Eric Tesk still running that bottom line. The question is, though, I mean, is he burning up his stuff here, even though he is running side by side with Bryce Sinisak? Because he just can't do that gradual slide right up to the wall that helps save some of your tires. But that outside lane here comes Michael Atkins. He is going to get into this fight a little bit. He is almost door to door with Eric Tesk. Eric Tesk is going to slide up in front of him.
Now watch this right here. See what Eric Tesk does. See if he rides right behind him, pulls off those tires, or if he goes back to that inside. We'll see what he does as they're in the middle of 3 and 4. What's he going to do coming out? Is he going to go up towards that wall? Is he going to stay on the bottom? He's going to stay on that bottom as he's got about a fender, and now they're side by side for the lead. And he clears them too.
Yeah, at the line, Eric Tesk cleared him, but here comes Bryce Sinisak. He's still using the 2 of Michael Atkins. Is he still trying to get to the outside, just not able to? Got to jump back in line. Here's where single file. Here comes Michael Atkins. He's looking to the inside of Bryce Sinisak now.
Yes, they're going through 3 and 4. Man, I couldn't believe that Eric Tesk was able to clear the 09 of Bryce Sinisak. I wonder if Bryce used up his tires too much, and watches Eric is just absolutely checking out on this lead. Within that 1 lap right there, he gained 0.3 of a second.
Well, this is definitely making him smile in that rearview mirror, watching Atkins and Bryce Sinisak battle it out, because Eric Tesk has got clean air, so he can kind of check out. Here comes Hunter McDaniel. He's now looking to the inside with Marty Ray on the inside of Michael Atkins. So he's looking to move back up into the top 3rd as he is following right behind the 09 of Bryce Sinisak.
That 57 of Hunter McDaniel, he saved those tires, saved back there, and he gets loose, and he almost goes through the grass, and he does. He's going to spin it. Is he going to hold on to it? He goes up towards the wall. I don't know. Wow, and he absolutely saves that machine. Well, he's got one more driver to worry about, and he finally gets her under control, and that absolutely cost him.
Wow, that was dirt tracking at Atlanta, buddy. Dirt tracking with no dirt.
It was. It's like dirt out there. It's like ice out there. This track is so slick. But back to Eric Tesk. Told you it's been about 10-15 laps, and now you're seeing it. He's absolutely checking out on this field, and that's what he does best.
Well, now that Hunter McDaniel's not up here battling, can Bryce Hinisak and Atkins and Marty Ray team up to try to catch him? Because now Eric Tesk almost a full second ahead of him. So Eric Tesk is kind of checking out. This is the race that he likes to run. He likes to be able to get out front, get that gap, and just kind of sit back and do his race. He doesn't worry about the other drivers. He just likes that gap, and he's actually extended it to 1.2 seconds now.
And that's absolutely a talent to be able to do that, because when you're in the cockpit of that car, you want to go now and you want to go fast, but to be able to understand and look at the bigger picture, it takes a lot out of these drivers, and Eric has mastered it.
Now here's the question, Davis. What do? Do you short pit, or do you run it dry and then come down?
Well, let's see. Well, we went green about lap 95 or so, so that'd put about 15 laps on these tires right now. I'd say I'd probably pit about lap 125, 120.
Yeah, Eric Tess has got 21 laps on his tires. Michael Atkins only 20. Marty Ray, Randy Perdue, Bryce Whitson Jr. 21 laps. Brent Cole 20, and Hunter McDaniel 21 laps. So they've already ran 20-some laps. We did see Michael Atkins. He went 42, 43 laps on a tank of fuel. So it'll be interesting as we're now 40 laps to go.
Well, we're going to see these leaders. They're going to pit about lap 120. That's going to put them 30 laps to go. And as you see Michael Atkins, he decides to take that machine down pit road, and he's going to get some 4 fresh tires and fuel to let him go the rest of the distance. But if I was Hunter McDaniels, he's flat spotted those tires with that spin out. I'd just pit about lap 115, early pit, try to gain some of that track position back, and then when Eric Tess is coming at the end of it, see if he can hold him off.
Definitely multiple things here. So this is going to come down to what strategy is going to work best here. It's Eric Tess, the man out front. Bryce Hinisak sitting second. Marty Ray third. Bryce Whitson Jr. fourth. Randy Perdue now running fifth.
Yeah, still got some battles on this track right here. You see that number 5 of Randy Perdue. He's trying to hunt down the 99 of Lee Bryce Whitson Jr. I don't know if he's going to be able to catch him. He's coming in on the sides. Whitson has got about 3/10 of a second lead over that 5 machine.
Yeah, Randy Perdue already closed it down to 2/10 here. He's actually looking to make a move. He is going to get to that back bumper there as Bryce Whitson had to let off of it as that back end started to kick out on him.
He did, and that 65 of Marty Ray's on the high side. I wonder if he got into the wall. I'm going to go back and check it out as he's losing multiple positions.
Yeah, I'd probably say it kicked out and he had to back off of it to save it, but that is going to put Marty Ray back into the number 5 spot. Hunter McDaniel just still sitting right there in 6th. He is watching, but like you said, he needs to get down. He has got some flat spots on them tires as we're now 37 laps to go.
Oh, and that 65 of Marty Ray, he did almost lose that machine going across the trial. Well, great job by him by saving it. But yeah, if I was Hunter McDaniels, I'd go ahead and I'd go pit right now. Get some 4 fresh tires. He'll have a lead. Once Eric Tess pits about lap 120, Hunter will have that lead, and then he's just going to have to hold him off.
Yeah, right now, the only one to pit so far, Michael Atkins Jr. pitted 3 laps ago. So leaders are all about 24, 25 laps since their last pit. We're 36 to go, as it looks like no takers down on pit road right now.
Yeah, I'd still seeing them stay out on the track and still playing that strategy game with these tires. Like I said, I think we're going to see those leaders pit about lap 120. Just going to have to pay attention. I'm really watching that 65, see if he decides to go down pit road right now or if he stays out.
Yeah, Michael Atkins, he is looking pretty good, sitting in 8th position, first car lap down. He is still working, trying to get around these guys, so he's got the fresher tires. As we see Marty Ray and Hunter McDaniel now kind of battling it out for that number 5 spot, is Hunter McDaniel now looking to his inside.
Yeah, I think that spin almost in that tri-oval that Marty Ray was able to save, I think that really scared him and really made him let off the throttle and be careful with it.
Hunter McDaniel went down below the white line there. Here comes Michael Atkins. He's going to get around 65 of Marty Ray, but no position because Michael Atkins, he is 1 lap down. So he is still going to get around Randy Perdue, Bryce Woodson Jr., Bryce Sinisak, Eric Tesk. He's going to need to, you know, if he can get around Eric Tesk, that would be great for Eric Pitts because that'll put him back on the lead lap and really put him in a good position to lead. But the only problem is does anybody have anything to hold off that 96 of Eric Tesk?
Watch that too with Michael Atkins Jr. He played the short pitting game. We're going to have to see if that pays off for him or how it does. Because once Eric Tesk pits, he's going to have quite a bit of a lead on these drivers. But these drivers are going to suck him down in a hurry.
We see the 99, Bryce Woodson. He's still fighting it all through the dogleg. Yeah, that dogleg, man, it's killer out there today.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. It absolutely killed me. In 96 of Eric Tesk, lap 119. He's going to pit this time. He's going to pit this time. As he's coming into out of 3 and 4, he's going to go under that white line and take her down pit road and get 4 fresh tires.
As we see the race leader down on pit road, Michael Atkins passing him, getting back on the lead lap. Is he going to be able to get around the track and get back around to get in front of the 96 of Eric Tesk? Randy Perdue is going to be our new race leader right now here, sitting in first. So we just need, Randy Perdue needs to pit, Bryce Woodson Jr. still needs to pit, Tommy Haynes lap down, he's got to pit, same with Travis Pryor, Joshua Gillen, John T. Wimbish, Wally Tierheimer, all still need to pit their final time.
He is in the 99 of Bryce Woodson Jr. He's going to pit this time right now. As he's coming down pit road, he's going to be able to pull it off. He's carrying quite a bit of speed. And, oh, I don't know if he got right there. He was about 55, 60 miles an hour on that entry of pit road.
We'll definitely have to keep an eye on that, see if he is going to get hit there with that penalty. That would just be killers. Right now, the only one on the lead lap is the 5 of Randy Perdue. He gets the car in there a little wiggly there, not quite straight.
It's definitely hard to hold on to those drivers as they win about 30 laps on those set of tires, and that's when it really starts to kick in. And the 99 of Bryce Woodson did not get a speeding penalty.
No, as he makes off of pit road, Randy Perdue still holding the lead right now, as he has not pitted 32 laps since his last pit. He has got Eric Tesk right behind him, 1 lap down, but Michael Atkins Jr., he is about 28.5 seconds behind Randy Perdue on the lead lap, sitting in second.
And he's got about a quarter of a lead on Eric Tesk. So I think, man, it's going to be really close, but I think Michael Atkins has got to hope for a quick caution here in about 5 or so laps.
Randy Perdue down on pit road.
He is. He brings that 5 machine onto pit road, going to make a full service stop and get out there and finish this race.
29 laps to go here as we watch Randy Perdue down on pit road here as we take a look at Atkins. He is coming through turns 3 and 4. Now coming through turn number 4 as he is working his way around the track. So he is going to take over the race lead. That's going to put Eric Tesk in second as we take a look at Eric Tesk. He is coming through the dogleg. He is second, only 4.5 seconds behind Michael Atkins.
He's coming in a hurry. Michael Atkins just got to hope for a caution because Eric Tesk is going to fly by him in about 5 laps.
Now, less than 30 laps to go. If a caution does come out, what do? Do you pit or do you stay out on older tires?
Oh, you got to pit. You absolutely got to pit. Maybe if you're Randy Perdue, you stay out because you just pitted. But if a caution comes out within the next 5 or so, 10 or so laps, you're going to see everyone go down pit road. Now, do you risk it? Get 2 tires, hope there's a couple quick cautions, and steal one? I might try to do that, but you definitely got to take at least 2 tires.
Eric Tesk now closing the gap to 3.399 seconds over on Michael Atkins Jr. Bryce Sinisak, he is sitting third. He is about 1.4 seconds back from Eric Tesk. Hunter McDaniel, he is sitting in fourth. He is about 1.7 seconds back from Bryce Sinisak. And Bryce Woodson Jr. rounding out your top 5. But he's got Marty Ray less than a second behind him and sitting in 6th.
He does, and Tommy Haynes sitting in that 17th, or I'm sorry, that 10th position. He's 1 lap down. Travis Pryor in that 81, he hasn't pitted yet, so he's back on the lead lap. He's hoping for a quick caution so he can get that lap back.
34 laps, so we did see Michael Atkins. He did go 42. So if Travis Pryor can push it, he's still got another 8 laps to hope that caution comes out. But if it doesn't, that's not going to be good for him.
Yeah, it's really not, and I don't know if we're going to get that caution because this field is pretty strung out at the moment.
Yeah, and Travis Pryor's the only one on older tires other than Michael Atkins. He's got 15 laps, and Travis Pryor now 35 laps on his tires.
He does. As Michael Atkins comes across that start-finish line, he's got about a 1.8 second lead. So Eric is still coming in a hurry. I don't think he's going to be able to hold him off for 23 laps.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, with just 24 laps to go, we're going to take our final commercial break of the evening. We will be back for the conclusion here at Atlanta Motor Speedway, round number 9, Extreme Motorsports 99.com Xfinity Series, live on the OSR Network. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. ExtremeMotorsports99.com. Round number 9. Atlanta Motor Speedway. Just, what do we got? 15 laps to go. And, well, this race is going to be in the books, and then it's going to be all left up to Michigan to get locked in, as we are still watching Eric Tesk leading. Unfortunately, John T. Wimbish, while we were out on commercial, blew an engine through the dog leg, so he is down on pit road. Only 8 cars left on the lead lap. Eric Tesk is leading. Bryce Sinesak second. Bryce Whitson Jr. sitting in third. Michael Atkins, he fell back to fourth. Hunter McDaniel sitting in fifth. Randy Perdue seventh. Marty Ray eighth. And Brent Cool, or seventh. And Brent Cool in eighth, but he is now under fire as the 96 of Eric Tesk out to a 3.4 second lead over second place.
Yes, Eric Tesk is absolutely dominating this race. And yeah, you're right about John T. Wimbish, as he's going to have to go to Autos by Nelson, which is his primary sponsor, and get him another car because he absolutely blew that engine sky high. But watch for him at Michigan. Michigan is one of his best tracks, and he might be a fighting factor out there. Might come out of that with a checkered flag and a win.
Yeah, I mean, that's all it takes. You have to run 8 races out of the 10. You got to be in the top 20 in points, and a win will get you locked in. So right now, pretty much he is just looking forward to, let me take a look here. Actually, he's sitting right now, I mean, points-wise, he is in on points because Eric Tesk has already got 4 wins. So if Eric Tesk holds this off, you know, you're not going to have another driver. But, I mean, the spots you got to worry about is Gary Wolbert back in sitting in 12th. Right now he's locked in as far as Dover. Same with Wally Tierheimer. But Scott Minton and Joshua Gillett only 2 points out. So there is a chance, you know, Gary Wolbert and Wally Tierheimer got to be careful because they are on the line there. They can get pushed out if somebody can get down into points.
They could, Dave. You're absolutely right on that one. His points is going to be a factor, and it's going to be a factor going into next week, and that's going to be the main storyline coming into Michigan is those top 12 in points, and does a driver that's outside of the top 12 but in the top 20, like Davis Richards, get a win and is able to knock one of those drivers out?
Yeah, because I am actually looking. I mean, technically, from Hunter McDaniel, he's got 242 points. Marty Ray, 242 points. Right now, they would be 7th and 8th and in the chase. Richie Evans, he has got 230 points in 9th. So tonight, that could really hurt him because only 2 points behind him is Travis Pryor and Wally Tierheimer. So Travis Pryor has a chance to gain a position over Richie Evans, which will kind of help him. But, I mean, he's still right on that bubble, so he's got to be careful here. So that you are 100% right as we are 9 laps to go. It is going to be points. Points is going to be the key factor next week at Michigan.
It is, and I remember last year I missed the top 12. I actually tied for the top 12, but missed out on it due to the tiebreaker. But yeah, points is going to be a huge determining factor next week. But you're right, Eric Tesk, what has he had, 4 wins this season already?
Yeah, he's got 4 wins so far. He's won 4 in a row.
Man, see, we got rid of Jake Nichols out of the Xfinity series, and then we get Eric Tesk, so he's the new Jake Nichols out of here. Because Jake used to come in here week in and week out, dominate the Xfinity and dominate the Cup. But now Eric has absolutely dominated this season.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, though, you got to think about it. Once you get into the chase, one bad race, I mean, because we saw, even with Jake Nichols, when he lost the championship to, what was his name?
Cameron Hearn.
Not Cameron Hearn. It was, I forget the name, but Jake Nichols had that one bad race. It was all it took, and it set him so far back. And, I mean, he had a heck of a run to try to get up there, and he only lost the championship by 2 points. But so that one bad race. So, I mean, right now Eric Tesk has got the momentum, but he's got to carry it over into the chase, because if he gets that one bad race, he has got a uphill fight.
He absolutely does. I'm gonna do some archiving here to see what I can find.
Yeah, I think it was 2
Oh,
seasons ago.
Oh yeah, you're right. And last season, I think Cameron Hearn did win, but I can't find it because the points were deleted. But that's another story.
I'm talking about the season before that, I think it was.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, you're right.
So we are 5 to go. Eric Test now 6.6 seconds over, over Bryce Sinisak. Bryce Whitson Jr., he is about another, he is just, actually, I think he's right there. Yeah, he is only 0.2 behind. So right now, the biggest battle we got right now is between Bryce Sinisak, Michael Atkins, but then we got a battle for 4th between Hunter McDaniel, Michael Atkins, and Randy Perdue. So right now, I mean, Eric Test, 4 laps to go. Next flag will end the race. All Eric's got to do, hit his points. Now, as we got side-by-side action between Hunter McDaniel and Atkins Jr. here, is Hunter McDaniel looking to the inside of Atkins, just not able to get there as Atkins is still, but Randy Perdue, he is hoping these guys make a mistake. He wants to squeeze right in there as they go back single file.
And McDaniels does make a mistake as he hits the wall going down the backstretch, and he's going to lose that position to Randy Perdue and lose all his momentum he had on Atkins.
Randy Perdue making a run here on Atkins. Let's go up here a little further as Bryce Sinisak and Whitson got a little bit of distance. So we've got a 3-way battle here. They are battling for 4th position as Randy Perdue is going to get around the 2 of Michael Atkins Jr. He is going to move himself up into 4th. But here comes Hunter McDaniel. He is looking to the inside of Michael Atkins. That wall didn't slow him down that much. He got right back up on there. He is sitting in 6th. He is wanting to come away with a top 5.
He is, if Atkins can come out of here with the top 5, I'd count that as a win for him because remember, he is on older tires as he did do that short pit strategy.
Atkins kicked out. He did a little dirt track in there coming out of 4. Hunter McDaniel door to door as they come through the dog leg. 2 laps to go. Is Eric Test now making his way into turn number 3 and 4, getting ready to take the white flag. Only 7 cars left on the lead lap. Eric Test gets around the 4 of Brent Cool. Eric Test is taking the white flag this time by.
And there was contact between the 57 and the 2, and the 57 got loose going down the backstretch, and then the 2 of Michael Atkins rear-ended him.
Well, that's going to let Marty Ray move up into the 6th position. That's definitely going to help him with points here, is Hunter McDaniel. So they're all spread out. As Eric Test now coming through turn 3 and 4. He is going to be taking the checkered flag. As long as he does not make a mistake, he is slowing it down, taking it easy. He's got 7-second gap. Is Eric Test. He is going to win 5 in a row here tonight at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
He is, as he comes away with that checkered flag, and you're right, 5 in a row, absolutely putting and winning in dominating fashion in that 96 machine.
What a race. So only, I think we had only 1 caution here tonight. So 1 caution for 4 laps. That's 146 laps of green flag racing. Eric Test leading 105 of those here tonight.
Absolutely dominating fashion, like we said, and he's going to go down that tri-oval and he's going to burn them down in dominating fashion out there, and just wow, that's just unbelievable. 5 races in a row.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned because we are going to get an interview with our top 3. That is going to be Eric Test, Bryce Sinisak, and Bryce Whitson Jr. As we see the 96 of Eric Test burning it down. Well-deserved win, leading 105 laps here tonight. So let's see if we can't get a race interview in here with our winner, the 96 of Eric Test. Eric Test, Dave Everly up here in the OSR in booth. You got a copy?
I got you loud and clear.
What a dominating race here tonight, leading 105 of the 150 laps, coming away with your 5th win in a row. Tell us about your race out here a little bit.
Well, it was a fun race, you know. The track was really slick on the long run. The tires keep up really good with this car. So my strategy was for going for the long run, especially with the 95. I thought it was 90 lap green flag run. I think we had definitely the advantage on those tires. It was just a great race in general, you know, just clean racing all the way. People just, you know, battling each other without hitting each other. So.
Well, you are definitely locked in the race. Your 5th win here tonight. Next week, we are going to Michigan. So, going into Michigan, are you just going to kick back and chill, or are you actually going to run for the win?
I think I'm gonna do it every week. You know, you're just gonna try to do your best. You can't chill down. You're gonna chill down. Some mentality is gonna be like, just gonna lay back, and the playoffs is coming soon, so you need to be focused. So you can't just chill. So you need to be ready. I don't go for a win, but just, you know, try to go as fast as possible.
Most definitely, is you've got the momentum here. 5 wins in a row. Definitely first in points. Well, before we let you go celebrate with your team, Eric, is there anybody you would like to thank?
I just want to thank all my teammates, the guys who work with from Maverick Motorsport. I want to also thank Berlin Simsport, Simtech, Simlab, Runtime GG, the great guys who are running this amazing race.
Well, most definitely. Well, congratulations on your 5th win here tonight, and we'll see you next week at Michigan.
See you next week.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the 96 of Eric Tesk. Coming in second tonight is going to be the 09 of Bryce Sinisak. Bryce Sinisak, Dave Everly in the OSR in booth. You got a copy?
Oh, big 10-4.
What a race. Only 1 caution out here tonight for 4 laps, and you come away with 2nd place coming into the final race at Michigan. Tell us about your race out here tonight.
Well, I don't think I got too good of a qualifying lap in, but nah, with how long we had those green flag runs, I didn't think I would have anything for Hunter and Eric to just kind of league of their own for that moment, but and we got that caution, and then really helping me out kind of close in, but I'm actually shocked I got to battle Eric there, because he really knows what he's doing out there, and he's won 5 in a row for a reason, because he knows what to do out there, and oh man, I'm really relieved, because I've been running good, and ever since Daytona haven't had the luck. Half of it's been because of others' own doing, and some of it's been because it's just something of me screwing up or not running well.
Well, definitely, most definitely. I mean, you're sitting really good in points. If after looking after Dover, you were sitting 5th in points, a good spot.
I think you got the wrong one on it. I'm 16.
Or, hold on. Yeah, you're 16. So this will definitely help you maybe move some positions up to be able to maybe get into the fight. Definitely keep you inside the top 20. Now, at Michigan, what can we expect from you at Michigan?
Hopefully the same thing here. You know, if we can just stay inside that top 5 and just be competitive, hopefully that's going to be enough to shoot us up there in the top 12. Cause, you know, we came in, I think, 8 points out of that top 12, so it wasn't much, and with a great run like that, I think that definitely helped us out, and it'll really just help me out a lot more if we can do it next week.
Yeah, I'm taking a look here at your points. After Dover, you had 786 points. Right above you, David Elliott, he had 746. Hold on, no, that's laps. What am I? I'm looking. I'm all over the place here tonight. You had 213 points. David Elliott right in front of you with 218. Joshua Gillen, Scott Mitten, 219. And to get up into the top 12, Gary Wolbert and Wally Tiermeyer 221, 228. So this is definitely going to help your chances here. So we'll have to wait and see how this is going to play out next week. Before we let you go, is there anybody like to thank?
Of course, I gotta thank Rick, Don, Andy, Nick, all the admins that do this series and Extreme 99 and all the admins all together. Obviously, you guys for bringing this all together again. Congrats to Eric getting 5 in a row. He's killing it right now. And, man, another shout out, man. Bryce Woodson. I mean, you've seen the Dale and Dale show and the Kyle and Kyle show. You got the Bryce and Bryce show over here, man. That was intense. I'm just shaking my fist in excitement when I saw him get loose behind me with like 3 to go. Like, yes, I got this. And, oh man, big shout out to him with how close we were racing. We were able to do that with no contact.
Definitely, definitely. Well, we'll see you next week at Michigan, and hopefully good luck to you, and maybe we'll see you in the chase.
Yep, thank you. Hopefully I'm talking to you guys next week.
All right, you have yourself a good night, and go celebrate with your team, everybody.
Yep, you too. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was our second place, the 09 of Bryce Sinisak, and to finish out our interviews, the 99, Bryce Woodson Jr. Bryce Woodson Jr., Dave Everly up in the OSR in booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, Dave. How you doing, man?
Doing pretty good. We saw you start 12th tonight, coming away with the 3rd place finish. Tell us about your race tonight and what was going through your mind as far as your strategy.
Well, Dave, I'd already done a little bit of testing in practice, and I knew that I could make 5 runs of 30 faster than they could make 4 runs of 36. And after that second pit stop, Eric Tesk got wise to the idea, and if you notice, he changed his pit strategy and started following me. So if that wouldn't have happened and they would have stayed on strategy, I think it would have been a different race. But one of those things.
Well, definitely. I mean, you're sitting right now 5th in points total, with no wins, but you're pretty much got yourself locked here into the points. Taking a look here, you had 258. You were 5 points ahead of John T. Wimmish, who didn't really have the best night, and Hunter McDaniel. So coming into Michigan, though, what can we expect for you out of Michigan?
Unfortunately, it's like all these other tracks. It'll be wide open and just hanging with the draft. And really, at this point in time, we're just going for the win, nothing else, because, like you said, we're pretty much locked into the chase.
Most definitely. And, I mean, we definitely seen your pitch strategy, but we seen you, it looked like you were having a little trouble there coming out of 4 and coming through the dog leg. We seen you kind of get sideways a couple of times. Did it kind of remind you of running maybe like an Eldora dirt track or something out there today?
Oh, that thing was wicked loose, man. That was definitely a bad setup on iRacing's part, but it's a mid-build setup, so it wasn't updated, so we just had to drive it. But yeah, it was definitely a handful out there, no matter where you were on the track. So just had to do the best you could with it. I actually kind of regretted fixing that damage I had coming into the pits that first time, because it actually helped tighten the car up a bit.
Well, most definitely, but congratulations, you're walking away round number 9 with a 3rd place finish, pretty much locking yourself into the chase on points. But hopefully next week we'll see you on the top spot on the podium with a win at Michigan. Before we let you go, is there anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah, I'd say that's the plan, Dave. I hope to get this Be the Match Chevy Camaro up on the podium next week again. At the minimum a 3rd, but I'd really like that 1st place. And let me tell everybody who's out there, I encourage you to go to join.bethematch.org/lapsforleukemia. That's a little fundraiser that we're doing right now for Be the Match. Without Be the Match, I would not have had a stem cell transplant in January, and my life might be a totally different story today. So, definitely check out bethematch.org and become a bone marrow donor if possible.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here. Definitely check out bethematch.org, and congratulations on your 3rd place finish there, Bryce. And like we said, maybe we'll see you next week on the top spot.
Thank you much, Dave.
Have a good night. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a race. Only one caution. We saw Eric Test dominate as he led 105 laps out here tonight. But that is round number 9. only one round left, and that's at Michigan. So we're going to be at Michigan next week. Question is, who's going to be in the chase? Make sure to tune in next week, same time, same channel, here on the OSR Network. I'm Dave Everly. Y'all have a good night.